welcome to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and of course, you know where I am by now. I'm at the Mariposa restaurant. It's Mexican cuisine. It's absolutely fabulous here, and of course, it's on Sahara and Decatur, right on the corner. Can't miss it. My first two guests are heavyweights. They lift weights and everything. I don't know if I've ever had anybody that lifts weights. Maybe they'll start lifting me around. I'm probably like a little lightweight. Am I a lightweight?
Yes, you are.
He hasn't even lifted me yet, and I'm already a lightweight. Am I lightweight mentally or lightweight in weight?
The weight.
Okay, I'm glad we clarified that. I have Harachia,
Right, yes.
and also I have Hakop. Now this is father and son, and your last name is Arakilian.
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 Yes.
I got it. I'm hopeless at last names. That's why I never use them. How are you?
Doing great. Thanks for having us here.
Absolutely. Well, I've never had people that lift weights, and also you've won so many awards, both of you. That's one thing I do know. I don't pre-interview my guests, so I really don't know what's going on. But that's everyday life. But you both lift weights.
Yes, we are.
And so you've been doing it since probably before your son was born.
Yes, I was age of 11. I started to do weightlifting back in Armenia, and here I continue doing powerlifting. And in this time already, I got 13 Guinness World Record.
13 Guinness World Records.
Yes, and I got several.
That's better than anybody in the entire world.
Yes, something.
He's
like
something like that.
And
He's
my
so
son-
modest, the modest guy. And what about your son? How many records do you
11.
have?
And I started when I was around 14, 15 years old.
Yes.
And I have 3 records right now. And
You have 3 Guinness records.
yes.
And does this categorize as age, obviously, because you've got for your age and you've got
You have
for
to be over 16 to be able to.
You have to
compete.
be over 16 to get
And you
in
can
there.
compete.
And you can compete. Now, do you compete against each other? I'm not quite sure.
Actually, in June 4th, here in Las Vegas, in a powerhouse gym, I'm gonna do my 14th, and he's gonna do his 4th world record.
Your
We're gonna
4th
do
world
both
record.
together, but it's gonna be different world records. I'm gonna do in a 1 hour, and my son he's gonna do in a 1 minute, because we
You'll
want to
do yours
compete
well,
together.
hang on a second. 1 hour is a long time compared to 1 minute. So
Yes.
let's clarify this whole thing. You do yours only because he's younger, I believe. No.
No, we don't want to compete together. That's all.
No, you don't want to compete together. No, and it's father and son.
Yes.
So you're going to do yours in 1 hour. Why does yours take 1 hour to do?
He's gonna
Well,
start
there's
first.
a specific, each time limit has a specific amount of weight you have to reach.
Oh, okay.
So for mine, I have to reach at least 12,000 pounds in total collected
12,000 pounds. I can't lift
in
1
under,
pound.
in under 60 seconds. And for
So
his,
you have to lift this up, and you actually
He's gonna put
get
it
on
in
your
his shoulders.
haunches.
On my
and
shoulders.
squat.
Oh,
Squat.
you start on your shoulders, so you start standing up,
Yeah.
and you have to push this thing all the
no,
way up.
you squat.
Oh,
You do a
those-
squat all the way down.
That's
back
even
up.
worse. I can't do any squats. I'm with all that weight. Holy shoot. You must have to rehearse or do this all the time, to get your body in shape.
It takes a lot of training. But
A lot of training. So how old are you now?
I'm 18.
He's only 18, so you've only been doing it 4 years.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to ask how old you are unless you want to volunteer your time.
I'm 52.
You're 52.
Yes.
52, and he's still and the
I'm in the
Guinness
U.S.
Book,
national team also
and you're
for the power.
and the national team. Now, is this your living?
No,
Is this-
I work. He works, and he's getting ready to go to the different work, go to the classes. But this is our hobby, and we love
This
to
is
do
just
this.
a hobby.
And we got our own gym in our house, so every day after work, both of us, we're going to our own gym in the house, and we do workout at least minimum few hours. He do longer, but I do
No.
hour and a half, 2 hours.
You do 1.5 to 2 hours. Can you both work out together in the same area? It's big enough to work out together because you can use different things and
Yeah,
yeah.
everything else. Now, did you want your son to come into the same?
Actually, everything before, when he was a little kid, I was doing again his workout every single day. And
Yes.
he's as a kid, he was sitting in the room and he's watching me. And the little by little, he started to do light weights. I don't say nothing to him, and then after
Okay.
few years, He started
I'm
to do
going
it.
to
Can
try
I do it
this.
too?
I'm
And
going to try
one
this.
start
day I
picking
was
up
in
on
a
it
work
slowly.
and he called me. He goes, I did this much weight. I said, don't do too heavy. I mean, it's not
You could
right
pull
for
a
you.
muscle or you could strain yourself
And he
like
started
that.
to work out, and little by little, I teach him a little. After he goes by himself,
So you
and he
didn't
got
make him
three-
do this. You
I don't
did
make
this,
him. He's the one who
You did
loves
this
that.
on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? Because normally, dads want them to be a doctor and a lawyer and a weightlifter.
And now he got 3 world records in
Now
age
you
of
have
18.
2 world records.
3 of them.
3 world records. Now, what are you going to do with your 3 world records? Where does that kind of put you, obviously, in the world?
Well, hopefully, maybe in my mid to late 20s, I can go to Olympics.
Good.
So
Oh,
that's
you've
my goal
got-
for.
To bring the medal to
Please.
the U.S.
Now, have you
Or
ever
maybe
done
a few medals.
a few medals? Yeah, you can have a few on that. Have you ever been to the Olympics or done the
I've
Olympics?
never been Olympics. I've been in World Championships.
You've been the World Championships, and you've
Never
become
in
a
Olympics.
you are a world champion, obviously.
Yes.
Amazing. When you got your first one, what was your challenge? What was, you went in there and I don't know if that's what we were.
In the beginning, I was a weightlifter, like I said, back in Armenia. And when I moved over 30 years ago, I was living in Boston. And it was really hard. I started to work several jobs to survive. And after like 6-7 years, I just lose all my body shape and stuff. I start to go back to start to work out little by little. And when I moved over to California in 2006, I applied first. I heard one of my friends about the Guinness World Record office in London. So we applied for it. We get the paperwork.
So you have to apply for
Yeah, we
this
need to
whole thing.
apply
It
to
just
the
doesn't
London.
happen.
You get approved from
You
them,
have to
so
be
we can
approved.
do
And
the
you had to
record.
get approved as well.
Yes. And after that, in 2006, I did my first Guinness World Record in California,
Were you
City of Glendale.
surprised? Were you
And
surprised that you
I was
kind of...
so happy for
No, but
I
you
did the
lived
Guinness
in
World
Glendale.
Record.
All the Armenians live in Glendale in
I
California.
don't live in Glendale.
Not now. Now you live here. Yeah.
No, I live in California, but not in Glendale.
Oh, not in
I live
Glendale
in a different
anymore.
city.
Okay.
In Glendale, I broke the world record.
You broke the world
first one.
record. Yeah.
And it goes from there. I got 13 of them
Up
after
and
that.
up and up. And what do you do as an everyday job? What is your business?
I am an armed officer. I do
armed
the
officer?
escorting, like armored trucks and all different kind of
Oh,
stuff.
really? Do you have is it a business you have, or
No,
is
it's
it
not a
just,
business.
Just
It's
you?
a work.
It's just
I
a
work
work.
for
You
the
work for a
company.
company.
Yeah. For
Wow,
agency. And he
well,
does-
you could sort anyone out. I mean, don't ever come, don't come close to him. Don't say the wrong word. You'll get a bunch of 5s. Have you ever, in your work, ever had to sort of confront anything really, really sort of bad, or like
Not
do you do
really.
armored trucks that pick up money and different things like that?
No, it's not the money. It's different kind of stuff, like transportation. most of
Transportation.
it.
Oh, okay.
But I like it.
You enjoy it,
I like my job, what I do.
and you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
20 years. Wow. And what about you?
Currently I work at a real estate office.
Oh, you're in real estate.
Trying
How's it
to-
going?
Well, it's going.
It's good. Should be going very well.
Hopefully soon.
Are you in housing or commercial?
Neither actually. Right now I'm just like an office manager sort of.
Oh, you're
for
an
the-
office manager.
yeah,
Well,
for
yeah,
the
because you're
companies.
quite young yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm working towards my real estate license,
Okay.
and I'm also working toward IT tech. And see, I'm trying to branch out into different,
Different-
areas to see what works.
Do you think that the real estate business is going to go more into the tech side of it? Because there's a lot of it's moving kind of that way, into the technical side of it. and
Yeah, a lot
tech.
of things are being done like online, and especially during COVID, like everyone was
Yeah.
forced to use everything through
You buy a
computers.
house online.
and
I mean, everybody wants to look at a house,
Yeah.
right?
Without seeing the
Everything's
house,
done
you're
over a
purchasing
phone
the
call.
house.
Yes, you just purchase it. You have to.
I don't like that way. I like to
Well,
go
you and
personally
I
see
live a
the
bit old
place.
fashioned. We're old fashioned,
Yeah.
but the younger generation, just buy it online. Well, how do you know they're not showing you everything? Well, legally they have to, because I know that.
Yeah, the customer can request to see the property in person,
Yes, but
And-
but as you said, COVID,
but
they could not do that.
a lot of people don't actually.
They
just-
don't?
Yeah.
So if there's something wrong, they will complain.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No, I'd
I
like
have
to
to
see
be
what I
personally-
buy. It's like going and buying a
Yes.
dress, and I don't buy online. Actually, I'm one of those worst people. I don't do anything. I like to see. I like
Physically
to touch and feel.
it. I'll
Yeah,
forget
that's
it.
because we're the older generation. That's what we don't like to admit it, but the younger generation is all computer. Do you buy everything online? And
I don't buy anything online.
Oh, you don't?
Me too. I don't like doing anything online.
really?
If I don't see it in person, then I won't get it or I won't buy
So
it.
what are your goals? Because I love the younger generation. Your goals are to become. You are already a 3-time champion.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
book
goal
of
is to
records.
within the next decade to be in the Olympics
So it's going. You think it? Why would it take you a decade to do that?
because I want to be 110% that I'm going to get the gold medal.
I like that. That's cool. Well, you're pretty well near there anyway, isn't it?
It's a little different for Olympics. It's
Are you?
gonna
Is he
take
the
more
only
training.
child?
Yes.
Oh,
He's
that's
only one
unusual
son.
for Armenians. Usually they have an army.
No, it's
One man army.
It's a one-man army.
One man and
Yeah.
enough.
You
Yes.
didn't need more than
And
enough.
so you can give him everything that you possibly can give him.
course.
So what do you feel about him going into the Olympics?
I got his back
100%.
100%, more than 100%.
More than
Anything he need,
100%.
I always gonna be.
So you don't live in Vegas, you live in Los Angeles
We
now?
live in Los Angeles, but we trying to move over. Hopefully by end of the year, we're gonna get the house here.
You're going to
move
buy
over.
a house.
Yes.
What is the reasoning for that? A better house?
Everything goes so expensive in California. Way too expensive. I mean, here it's expensive too, but it's not
Well,
the
it's getting
same.
expensive, but it's
it's
still
not the
nothing
same.
like. It's nothing like
California.
California.
Just in the morning, we fill up the gas over there for $7.
$7.
Over here
Didn't it go
it's
down
like-
today?
Over here is like $4 something.
It's $4.29, $4.30
Yeah,
now.
but again, it's like $2, $2.50, $3
I think
difference.
it's coming down. Yeah, that's a big difference though. And
Yeah.
then you have to drive out here, so you have to
We
make
fill
sure.
up like almost $180 to get full tank to get here. Before it take us like 70,
$70,
$75,
yeah,
something like that.
$75. Yeah.
It's getting way too expensive. to
So
live in
also
California.
food is expensive. So you're seeing a lot of
That's why we just wanna move over
yeah, just yeah.
to get
It's a
house
different
here.
environment too.
Do you like the idea of moving to Vegas?
I do, yeah. It's I like the environment here a lot more than California. Honestly, it's a lot calmer here.
Yeah, the younger
People
generation are loving Vegas. I can tell you.
And it's not the Vegas part. Just the people here are not. They seem more.
Flexible,
Enthusiastic,
nicer.
yeah.
Yeah, they got different attitude. Well,
Yeah.
they haven't sat in the traffic for 2 hours and paid $7 a gallon. So
Yeah.
they're feeling much happier. Though we don't like what we pay, but anyway. So you've both got yourselves very well sorted out. So what's your next move now? What's your next champion coming up? You said
In
it's
June
in
4th.
June
in
4th.
Powerhouse Gym in Las Vegas.
Powerhouse Gym in Las Vegas.
I believe it's gonna be around 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the day.
12 o'clock and 1 o'clock, and you go in
And
for an
everybody
hour
welcome
test.
to come and see. It's gonna be live.
Can you?
New
Do you
Guinness
have
World
do you
Record.
have the address? Probably not.
Address, I believe.
Doesn't matter.
No, it's a Powerhouse
There's
Gym
a
in Las
powerhouse
Vegas.
gym in Las Vegas. You come and see.
It's
When
only
you
one.
move here, will you open your own gym up as well?
That's one of my wishes.
One of
to
your
get a-
wishes. Well, let's make sure his wish comes true. How can
Hopefully.
how can anybody reach you? How can anybody reach you?
You can reach me through my Instagram,
Which is what? How
which is m3p_hako.
MP3,
M3p
N3P.
_hako.
And mine is Haraj, HRATCH_16.
So if you can reach them at any time and come and make sure you see them on June the 4th at Powerhouse. And
Get a new world record.
I get a new world record. I think it's what I do love about the two of them, though, a father and son, which is great, but you're not competing against each other. You've both got your separate.
There's no competition.
There's no competition. Isn't
You can
that
compete
wonderful?
with some other people all over around the world.
What would you
It's-
advise as a father for somebody like us that has a son that would like to go into this? What would you advise them?
It's the best thing to work out with your own kid. It's like, I don't know, I love it. It's no words.
No
it's
words.
really, really good thing to
And
work
it also
with my
keeps
own
the
son.
kids off the gang without and not going
And
into
you
the
always
gangs.
feel younger. Work
You
out
feel
with
younger
him.
with your working. Yeah.
Of course.
See, you make your dad feel young. You make me feel so young. All right, be quiet. What would you like to say to the younger generation? Because you're in the younger generation of starting something like this
Yeah.
and accomplishments.
The hardest thing, honestly, is getting started. But once you can find the dedication to get started, you're pretty much set from there. it's almost like an addiction. It becomes an addiction. So you have to just push yourself if you want to get in shape, if you want to start working out, or it goes with anything really. It's the first 2-3 weeks of pushing yourself to do it every day, and after that it'll pretty much become like a thing in your head that you just have to do it, and you always do
Work
it
out
and not
and go.
forcing yourself, and you
Yeah.
want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds wonderful. Now,
without forcing.
do you always have to
It
do
comes
the
naturally.
weights like this, or do they have other weight things in these?
We have everything in the house. We do all kind of training.
Lifting up,
Everything,
lifting
up,
down, push-ups,
everything.
everything. They do the whole
Everything.
bit. Yes, just like I do every single day. And you know I don't, right? I don't have any muscles.
I can see that.
I love it, I love it. Thank you both for coming on. Great
Thank you
guest.
for having us
something
here.
very, very different, and I absolutely love it. 2 Guinness World Records. It's amazing for the younger generation and the middle generation. I'm not going to say older, because you're not older yet.
Thank you.
We will be right back with our next guest, and thank you for watching. I know that we're streaming and everything is live out there, and sometimes there's a little interference with the speech and everything else, but don't worry about that. That's just life. That's just how it goes. We'll be right back with our next guest. Take care. Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. My goodness gracious me, I have the younger generation right next to me, which I absolutely love. I had a show called Voices of Tomorrow. For 16 years I interviewed young people, so I love the young generation because I love what they do at this day and age and how they feel on the technical side and everything else. This is Joey.
Yes.
And this is Will. It's actually Joseph and Will. And this is your
True Grit.
True Grit.
Yes.
Yeah, they have the band called True Grit. Now, if I remember rightly, there was a movie about True Grit.
Yes, John Wayne movie.
John Wayne, oh my goodness, you know, the big guy on the horse, you know, and the way he would walk, you know, he had that lovely way of walking. He commanded the world when he walked. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you would know him. You're both too young.
Of course.
We're familiar.
Yeah, I mean, how could we not watch the movie that the band is named after?
I don't know. I mean, you know, it's just a guess, just trying to find out where their heads are at.
We're not that naive.
So why did you call it True Grit? Was it because of the movie and John Wayne and
I
the
mean,
Powerhouse?
it has a little bit to do with the movie. I mean, we've got a little bit of that, like Western type of like blues rock kind of look and vibe to us, and because we're from the Wild West and being in Las Vegas and stuff like that, that had a little bit to do with it.
From the Wild West in Las Vegas.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, Nevada was the Wild West back then.
Not now, that's for sure.
Not anymore.
That was way
Yeah, I know,
back.
before my time.
I think it was before my time too. That's going back.
So yeah, and then this band was formed during the pandemic. So
Oh really? So you're very new.
yes, relatively new, 2020. So
2020, so a couple of years. Well, no, year and a couple of months.
It was December of 2020 that I joined the band, and I was
Yeah.
kind of the last one to join to complete
Why
the
did it
lineup.
take you so long to join the band? Where
'Cause
were you?
I was coming from Seattle.
Oh, you love Seattle.
I
know,
love
I
Seattle.
know everybody's leaving Seattle.
Well,
Seattle used to be
beautiful
the place
place.
to go to. They loved it, and now because of all the riots and all the things that are going on, everybody's leaving.
well, Seattle's still a great, beautiful place. I was coming for other reasons.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
be in the music business.
A little bit like that, yeah.
Yeah? What do you mean a little bit?
So my fiance and I were essentially long-term house sitting for my aunt, because
Oh, okay.
my grandma got too old to live by herself, so she's living in Southern California with her. Real rock star stuff.
So this just so you understand that anybody that owns a band and sings and has a band, they also have a family, so that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
There's a mother and sisters and all that stuff.
Sure.
Absolutely. So have you both always been in the music business?
relatively, I mean, I started in the music business when I was around 15.
Yeah. I started playing instruments when I was 8. I started playing drums around 15. I got in my first band when I was 18. So
Oh,
it's
you're
been- it's
pretty
been a while.
into it. So you
Yes.
had a band in Seattle, totally
Yeah.
different band. So how do you like being in this band? Is it a big band? Now, how many of you in the band?
It's just a 3-piece. It's just a trio.
Just a trio. I don't think just a trio is just a trio. I think a trio is a great band. I remember when I was a young man dancing out there. I used to go to this top hat place, actually, like you, and it was a trio, and they let out great music.
Well, a
Yeah.
lot of the bands that we are inspired by were trios, like the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Cream,
See?
Stevie Ray Vaughan. So
You're dropping a few big names there.
yes, exactly. Those are the artists that influenced this band the most.
So is this the first band you've ever had?
No.
So you had a band before, so this is the first band. Where's the third? Where's number 3? Where's the third guy?
Oh, number 3 is at work. He couldn't make it
He
today.
couldn't make it today.
Yes.
Okay, well we'll talk. I'll talk for him.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. So do you have any gigs coming up or anything happening?
Yes, we actually have a gig coming up on April 7th at the Foundation Room.
Oh, nothing small about that. How did you get that?
We're in contact with the people at House of Blues in Mandalay Bay. So we've
Sure.
played the main stage, as you know, that everybody plays to
Do you
come
play
in.
the House of Blues?
Yeah. And so their member event party they thought we would be a good fit for. So this is going to be a closed off kind of a guest list type of party, so we can't invite the general public to it. But yeah, it's something definitely exciting, and we're looking
Because
forward to
playing
it.
in the Foundation Room is one of the big hot places in Vegas. It's very well known, it's very big, and to be invited there is absolutely amazing. It's wonderful.
Yes,
so
it's an honor.
It is an honor, but also you've got to be that good to be able to do it anyway, right?
Yeah, I
I
guess
mean,
you could
come
say
on.
that. Yes.
You
yes.
have to be that good. And
Joey's
obviously
modest,
you
but
are.
he's got some real chops.
Oh yeah.
You got chops? Can we have a few of your chops?
Oh yeah. I mean, you gotta have chops when you're.
Can you sing a little bit? A couple of
Oh no, I'm not going to sing right now. If you want to hear our music, though, we're going to have our next single, New Kind of Game, released on April 29th.
April 29th. Well, we've got to let Maria, my producer, know, and she'll get some publicity and she'll put some stuff in there or whatever. So you call her and let her know about that, and we'll get something going for you. Absolutely.
Sounds fantastic.
Yes, well, it is good. It's publicity, and that's what we do. We
Yeah.
get people out there.
Awesome.
So do you have anything after that, or is that all you have for the time being?
We have some other things that are in the works with this company called Sound the Groove International, but we haven't finalized the dates yet, so we don't want to.
Put anything out there yet?
It's all a little more tentative.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Now, do you have any CDs out there or anything that we can hear?
Yes, absolutely. On all of your streaming platforms like Spotify, iTunes, or any of those other wonderful sites, we have our first single, Fastlane, out there ready for the public. So.
That's definitely for Vegas.
Yes, exactly.
This is definitely the fast. I haven't slowed down since I've been here.
Yeah. Why would you?
I love that. Yeah, why would you? Why would you?
How long have you been here?
I've been here, well, I've been coming to Vegas for quite a few years, but I've been living here since 2012.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm kind of now in here. It takes a long time to get known. I've had this show, Vegas Live with Ninon. I've had it for 7 years.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
And it takes a long time to get for people to notice who you are and what you are. I still don't know if they've noticed me yet.
I'm
you
sure they
noticed
have.
me yet? Have you? I know they have.
I've
but
seen
I
you
think
guys
about
on
it.
Fox News, I think, before, correct?
Probably.
Yeah. Our
Probably.
local network TV station.
Yeah. We're all over the place. To put it that way.
Yeah.
So, what is your inspiration of what you want to do and where you want to go to climb up there?
The goal is to make money. No, I'm kidding.
Really. No, it is to give your talent, but if you give your talent and not get paid and not get money, that's not good.
Yeah, you have to.
You won't be able to give your talent for very long. if you do that.
You have to
But
value
also,
yourself.
that's what I like to hear. You have to put a value on yourself. If you don't put a value on yourself,
Then who will?
Yeah.
Exactly. No, to be serious though,
I'll tell you my value later.
we're people that have grown up with music and been very passionate about it, and I think that music speaks where words fall short, and
Yes.
we want to get our message across and just have our music be heard and expose
Playing
ourselves
up
to
the
the world.
foundation room, I roughly could understand what sort of music you play. You play sort of R&B and
No,
Rock.
rock and roll, like 60s
Think
and
of it like
70s.
blues rock, like Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah.
Jimmy. Oh, fabulous!
Yeah.
So you actually have a lovely noise coming out there.
It's
Yes.
quite the volume. Yeah.
So you are the singer,
Singer and guitar player,
singer, guitar player,
Drums.
drums, and so you're beating it all the time. You tell everybody to beat it.
Like Mitch Mitchell.
And a guy that's working, bringing in the money.
a day job thing. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
day job. What does he play?
He's the bass
He's
player.
a bass player.
He's the bass player. So it's pretty full. That's all you really need, though, isn't it?
I mean, a lot of bands have gotten away with it, so yeah. I mean, and it's better with a 3-way split instead of a 10-way split.
I like that.
No, I'm just.
Would you ever think of having a woman coming in as a fourth?
I think that women singers are very inspiring and can take hold of stage and really captivate an audience. So yeah, I mean, if we had.
Or even if you played, one of the instruments or something.
Yeah, I mean, we have nothing against women
Trying to give you
performers.
women out there a big plug because I know how hard it is out there for you. So I'm trying to give you a plug to get out there.
Yeah, I would say all that we care about is that they've got the chops and that they can, show up to practice on time.
Yeah, talent
That's-
is.
that's
yeah.
all-
Talent is
all that
the-
matters.
And obviously you want good talent, the top talent.
I mean, why would you
Why
settle
would
for
you?
anything else?
There you go. Why would you? You don't want to settle. And how can they reach you?
Oh, they can reach us through our social media pages on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at True Grit Band, on Facebook at True Grit Band Official, and on all of the streaming services like Spotify and iTunes, just as True Grit.
True Grit. Same?
Same?
Oh, yeah, same.
Yeah, no, that's all.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you had some personal thing going on.
Oh, no.
He does have a recording studio.
Well,
So
so put that out there.
So it's not quite ready to get put out. I still have to make the website. I'm
but
kind
they
of
can
more
get but they can get through to you from you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
From True Grit, you can find out his studio. Okay.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Fantastic.
So how long will that take?
I'm not sure. I'm working on some projects right now that I kind of have to get buttoned up so I can, present, my work as a shining example of what I can do. you know.
You know, you look very much out there. You've got an awful lot of energy and everything. Do you ever sing?
I do. There's a couple songs we sing. I sing "Little Wing" by Jimi Hendrix and "Sunny Afternoon" by the Kinks. Those are some covers that we do.
Some covers are
Yeah,
fabulous.
yeah.
Do you enjoy that?
I do. It's fun. It's fun to kind of creep out from behind the kit. I mean, obviously, I'm still playing drums, but to
So
have
while
your-
you're playing the drums, you're singing.
yeah,
as
bring the
well.
microphone through the side and everything.
How wonderful!
It's a
So-
lot of fun.
And what about the third one? What's his name? The third one.
Oh, Nicky Steves.
Nicky Steves is the number 3. And does he ever sing or?
Yes, he does some singing as
But
well.
you're
he
the main
sings,
lead. You're the main
Yeah, I sing the majority of the
majority.
of the
What's your
material.
favourite? What do you like to sing out there that you really get hyped up on?
I think Stevie Ray Vaughan is where I
You shine.
fit in the
You
best.
shine.
Yeah.
That's where you shine. How fabulous. Well, they've been absolutely great. True Grit. Don't forget to find them out there. Check it out on Google and you'll find them absolutely amazing, and you'll see them, obviously this is live, but also you'll see us on YouTube. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe, and also join. We have a little thing there can join that you can get all sorts of photographs and different things that you would like. And don't forget we're at Mariposa Restaurant, which is Mexican cuisine. It's really lovely here. It's a little bit different. It's not the usual, tacos and all that, though they do serve tacos, but they're all on a plate and all fancied up and all lovely. And we'll be right back with our next guest. But don't forget one other thing. My producer, social media shows, and also Maria Pureza. She's amazing. I'll be right back. Take care.
Thank you very much. Thank
Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host, and of course, you know we're down at the Mariposa restaurant in Las Vegas. I have Joe Shavira with me. Now, Joe is he's not new to the set at all, but he's going to be a co-host for this particular interview, and which is fascinating. Are you going to introduce our guest?
Sure, it's a pleasure to be on the Ninon Show, and here I am, excited in Vegas.
Absolutely. And your name again, young man?
Stan Shields.
Stan Shields. He's shielding the world.
That's right.
You know, I don't pre-interview, and that's why I don't even know his name. Stan, what do you do for a living?
I am you can put me in that digital marketer umbrella, but I'm really working with small business owners to help them market their businesses on the internet
Oh, really?
more effectively.
So is it just internet business, or is it a business that they can have? All right, I'll give an example. Would it be like the Mariposa, like this restaurant? Would you market this and help them with this? Or is it strictly online business?
It could be any kind of a business. It could be a restaurant.
It could be a working
It could-
business.
Absolutely.
Physically?
Absolutely.
Oh, so you could actually do some PR for this restaurant,
Potentially.
potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I love the word. What do you mean by potentially?
Because you
What does
use
it mean, Joe?
well, you use the word PR, and I don't do PR per se.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So we'll drop that one.
So I do much more along the lines of marketing automation. Now that's a
Okay.
phrase that a lot of people say, well, what does that really mean? Right? Marketing automation.
And I'm one of them.
And it could be, marketing automation could be anything from email marketing, text message marketing. For instance, somebody comes to Mariposa's website.
Yes.
And ideally on that website, you want to have something that captures their attention and gets them to leave their name, their email, and their phone number so that Mariposa starts to build a mailing list.
Yes.
Right?
And when they build a mailing list and they build an address, and then people want to come and see what they have had, which is they have Mexico. This is a Mexican cuisine, but they also have a happy hour, which is amazing. They also have a band that comes in. I don't know, probably weekends, definitely. Right, Joe? Do you know? They do have a band on the weekends.
Yeah, I think they do over here. It
Yeah.
just adds to that flavor of more business, too. When did you start?
When did I start?
Yeah, when did you start the...
Basically, at the end of 2016, when I sold my martial arts business. So
Oh.
for
Martial
15
arts.
years prior to that, I had a martial arts business. That was my primary thing. And
What was that, karate and all that stuff?
well, yes and no. It was Taekwondo was my core
Okay.
martial art, but we also taught Krav Maga. We had a kickboxing program.
Wow.
We had a why am I drawing a blank? MMA program.
Awesome, awesome.
So you're sensei.
Yes. That's
So-
the Japanese term, but yes.
So you now, do you prefer what you're doing to what you were doing with the martial arts, or you like doing what you're doing now?
You know,
It's
they're
totally
just so
different.
they're just very different.
Yes.
They're just very different. The martial arts business is very unique in that you have a direct impact on people's lives.
Yes, you do.
Children, adults, I mean,
Did you like that? That's kind of a bit of responsibility, isn't it?
absolutely. I loved it, actually. It was great. But it's like any other kind of a business where you can, if you don't handle it correctly, you can get burned out with it and so forth. And that's
Yeah.
kind of what happened. That was all in Denver. And I have a daughter who lives here,
Okay.
and she had to go have a baby, which meant have a granddaughter.
Right, there you
And I
go.
kind of wanted her to know who her grandfather was, right? And not just from FaceTime or seeing it
Wow.
on a computer screen.
You're in real life.
So
this
I
is
sold
me.
it. So I sold it and moved to Las Vegas. And
Do you,
but
do you like it? Do you like Las Vegas?
yeah, Las Vegas is okay. It's not my favorite place. I don't love it.
Oh. I don't have a remark about that because it's one of my very favorite places because I kind of know everybody. Well, you're new to Joe. Joe's very new to Vegas, and that's why Joe's very, very well known, as you know from our previous interviews. But Joe now is coming on my show. We're giving him some exposure out there and let everybody know who he is. He has the most fabulous voice. singing
Oh,
voice
thank you.
and band, and he's an incredible writer, songwriter, and so I got all this talent up here and what's going on. So he's sort of, you know.
See, he's what I wanted to be. Because
Oh, do you want to
I
switch
played.
seats?
I think
wanna switch
I
seats?
think it takes a little more than that.
Ninon's good.
I was just wondering whether I was
She's
going
very quick-witted.
Well, we're going to keep
That was
everybody
good.
in the loop here. I'm still in the loop. Are you two in the loop still?
If we can switch seats and that gives me his musical ability, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a second-degree black belt in Kempo.
Wow,
At a
there we
dojo,
go.
so I was just interested
we
in
go.
art.
I'm a third degree.
We have a lot in common.
I'm a third degree.
Yeah.
You have a thought degree?
No. Yeah, I have a third degree too. As well.
Oh, you said fourth degree.
No, I said third degree.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
and he believes me.
I'm going to take your word for it. I don't know.
I love you. You've got a great sense of humour. I like that. So, how well are you doing with this marketing? Let's get back to his marketing. How well are you doing with this marketing?
You know, it's coming along. It's getting better. Every year gets better, right? And
Yeah, and
and
then
I
you had to
learned.
go through the pandemic, which was probably didn't hurt you at all, because it's mostly what you do. I know what. You're one of these people that I get the emails. I can get you out there, all your emails, and I can get. Is that what you do? You send out, and I can get you on an email list.
No, I don't do that with people per se. What
Per
I
se,
do
but he
more.
does it another way.
Well, what I do more of is we figure out what are really your strengths. What is it? Who's your ideal customer? And what is it that you can do to help them? And how do we draw them to
Okay. All right, you've got a big thing going on here. Okay. All right.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
good.
Joe, doesn't that sound good? But now I've
Excellent.
got a proposition. I'm going to ask you a real question. Okay, so I have a internet TV talk show. Duh. And it's been going on for 7 years. And we want to get sponsors, marketing people, and everything out there. How do you do that? Not how do I do that? How do you do that? How would you do that for me?
That is a loaded question, right? So first of all, one of the big keys is who is your ideal customer?
My ideal customer is from 35 to 45. That's the majority of people that watch my show. So there's your
Got to
answer
go
for that.
deeper than that.
Well,
What are they like? Who are they? What are their characteristics? So age is
Well,
one
this is all
demographic.
this is all on the internet, so how would I personally know that?
Oh, you can figure that out. Who are the
Oh,
people?
great.
Who?
I got more. All right, now I got another one for you. Hang in a second. We're getting there, right, Joe?
Yes.
Okay, I have more. I wonder why. I have more men. I have more men watch the show than I do women.
Okay, see, so now that drives a little deeper.
Okay, now what's that? So he instigated that, so I got the answer. Now, keep going.
That drives a little bit deeper. But now,
Getting there.
what else about those men, right? And so,
Well, I
are
haven't
those?
personally got involved with any of them, and I personally don't know who they all are, but I know I do get a lot of messages come through from all different men from all over the world of, how are you today, and can I have your phone number, and I
Well,
get
I
all
was going
sorts
to
of
say,
stuff.
is it-
I get all sorts of stuff.
That's marketing.
So yeah, is this marketing?
A different kind of marketing.
Oh, it's a different kind of marketing. I think I
Different
might be
kind of
on. I
marketing.
think I might be on the wrong avenue. All right, go ahead.
What is it that they like about the show?
Maria, what do they like about the show?
Her energy.
They like my. There you are. You can answer that.
Yes.
All right, Joe will
Vibrant
answer that.
energy, and it's a pleasure to work with her. She's like a female Robin Williams. She's so quick-witted, and this
That's
is my
what he
first
thinks.
hosting a show with her, and it's fun. And this is a great guest.
Yes, isn't he lovely? Yes, he's
Yeah.
perfect for what we want.
Thank you.
Yes,
You're
perfect.
perfect for what we want. Now, would you take me on as an unpaying client?
That's a conversation we could have in the future.
How far forward in the future, or how close in the future?
I don't know. Maybe even right after we get
Oh,
off
right
the air.
after
So,
we capture. Oh, we capture you. There's a lovely booth here. We can capture
Yeah,
you.
that's right.
Don't I
That's
sound
right.
bad? No, I'm not. Joe Mania, by the way, I've given him a new name, Joe Mania, right?
Right,
So
in
Joe-
Vegas, and I like it.
You like it?
Yes, I love it.
Joe Mania?
Joe Mania.
He loves Joe Mania. Well, who doesn't want Joe Mania? Look at how good looking he is. I mean, Ninon, behave yourself. Ninon, behave yourself. I'll behave myself, I promise.
I love it.
I have no idea what the Joe Mania reference is, but
Neither
that's
do
okay.
I.
Oh, you don't either?
I don't know.
Yeah, and you're saying it?
Yeah, I've named him Joe Mania because I want everybody in Vegas to know Joe. So they've all got to
Right.
come under the category of Joe Mania.
Okay.
So what about you?
Well,
Do you want
that's
to be a
good.
mania?
No.
Market Mania.
Market Mania.
There you go.
there
That
you go,
might
right?
not be bad.
So why can't we call you Market Mania?
Oh, you could.
See? So I've got another mania.
I'm easily convinced, apparently.
All right, back to your business. How do you manage to get customers and a clientele? Oh, by being on Vegas Live with Ninon. There's your answer.
Well,
I'm
first,
being bad today.
there's numerous ways. However, it does come down to who is the ideal customer, what's the message you're trying to get to them, and where are they? Where are they hanging out? So
Okay.
that you then have to go to wherever they're hanging out and now give them a reason to come talk to
Okay,
you.
well, Vegas Live with Ninon is hanging out
Okay.
at Mariposa Restaurant, and we're on the corner of Sahara and Decatur, right?
Correct.
And we film here every Wednesday from 2 to 4 o'clock, sometimes longer, sometimes shorter, but this is where we film every time. You can have drinks here, you can have food here, you can have me, you've got everything here. And then you've also got Joe Mania and Marketing
Market
Mania.
Market Mania.
Market Mania. New name for him. How can anybody reach you?
Best way, I just created a site that would be perfect for this, and now I'm like totally drawing a blank on what this site is.
Oh no. Well, let's try the other site then. How many sites do you have?
I have a lot of sites.
Oh, well,
Actually,
let's-
the best one is
let's
this.
have one.
I want freeprospects.com.
Free prospects.
I want.
I want. Free. I want. I like that. I want. Freeprospects.com. Awesome.
And that should be easy to remember, right?
I think so. Joe, you want to ask him anything else? You want to,
Yeah, I think it's great what you got going. You do like a demographic breakdown because you're asking like, what is the audience age from? It's 35 to, I think she said
45.
45.
Yeah, that's kind of.
I
And
kind of
men?
personally believe it's a little bit more broad because she's self-analyzing herself, but I see it outside the box, and
Yes.
her ability to have people like you and artists, it's so broad. I don't really think there's a demographic for age, but I know that you're saying that it's a good breakdown to find out who she's trying to hit, and then you could.
Well, I'm trying to hit
Make an
everybody.
assumption.
I mean, I'm trying to reach
Right, yeah,
everybody.
that's-
So when you answer that question, by the way, there are females, which is a lot, big percentage. There are males that are, I think, 65%. There's females, I think, of 50 or 55. And then you've got the different, you've got Las Vegas, and then you've got California, and then you've got India. So you've got all these different demographics. So when you ask a question like that, and I love that you clarified that point, Joe,
Right.
because it's totally different to just 35 to 45.
Right.
It's a whole, but there's different percentages, put it that way.
Think about this.
Oh, I
You
have to
said
think.
a phrase that is very important to be aware of it, and that is, who am I trying to reach? I'm trying to reach everybody.
Yes,
When we're talking to everybody,
yes.
we're talking to nobody. So
You want a
Well,
specific.
keep
that's
that
very
in mind.
contradictable. I hate to say
when
that,
you're
but that's so
speaking to
contradictable.
everyone, you're speaking to no one. So
All right.
we have to be very clear about who our target is, and so that we get the language right. Think about this. The language for a 25-year-old is very different than the language for a 65-year-old.
Well, I would hope
Right.
so.
And so, but that's giving you a drastic.
Well,
That
here's a
is
good
very
question.
drastic.
Knowing how good she is at hosting, and this is specifically a TV show,
Yes.
what would you think, just by an assumption, now her marketability is better, like at 35 to 45? Or do you say, what do you say would be a good age?
I say it depends on who she appeals to, right? And so that could be, and that's where you have to look at the numbers. You just have to look at the data and see.
All right, Maria,
And
let
so
me ask you a
she
question.
says-
I'm going to ask my producer a question. I know
Okay.
this interview is got a little bit in left, right, whatever, but that's what the interviews are. That's what I do, and I don't care. Maria, you said we reached, what was it?
Together
Combined everything.
7 million.
7 million. We reached 7 million people out there. So just to clarify everything, to try to sort 7 million people out in this little brain up here, which is quite large, it's not bad, it still works. Does yours still work?
Love it. Good energy.
Does yours still work?
There you go.
So when you're reaching 7 million people and you've got to cap that down, I think I don't have a business, I have a show, and I think there's a little different of how it is marketed. It's like I mentioned India, China, they see it. England, a lot of people from England, there's big percentage in England, big percentage in Paris. So there's all these different percentages of all, when we talk about, because we're talking worldwide.
Sure.
So people say, well, what state are you in? And I said, what do you mean, what state am I in? State of confusion. No, sorry.
Can I say something?
Yes, you can, you tell me and I'll tell them.
56% is in the United States of our demographic.
56% is in the United States of watching our show. 56. My ratings are higher than the President of the United States. Should I brag about that? Maybe yes. Maybe yes.
So, saying that you shouldn't speak to everyone isn't saying that you won't hit that
Everyone,
large
yes.
group of people. But if you're clear about who you're talking to
Yes.
and you have the right message for them, you pull more of them in, but you'll still pull in others.
All the others, yes.
You'll
yes,
still
absolutely.
pull others in.
See, that's the
but
marketing
it helps
side of
from
it.
a clarity standpoint
Yes.
of messaging. What is it that I'm saying? What am I doing? Who are my guests? All of those
And
kinds
you're
of things come into
100%
play.
right, and I'll tell you why. Because when somebody comes up and they say, well, I want to be part of Vegas Live with Ninon. We have a lot of partners, obviously a lot of people out there, not percentage partners. And they all want to know what are these figures, and what's this, and what's that, and what's everything. And they need to know what it is. And that's they really don't talk about the show. I guess they've seen the show, otherwise they wouldn't be interested.
Mm-hmm.
So then they want to find out exactly what you're saying.
That's right. Is it the
He's
right
right, isn't he?
market for them?
Yeah.
Is it the
It's
right
great
market for
demographics.
them? Right. So,
Now, I'm going to ask, now you met up with a very famous singer.
Yes.
And before that, what was his name?
Trini Lopez.
Trini Lopez.
Who worked
He
with
met
Sinatra.
up with Trini Lopez, and Trini Lopez and Sinatra were very good friends. And before that, but when you met up with Trini Lopez and you started hanging out with that group, your ratings and everything went flying up high, right?
Right.
Yes. And I'm not saying that's because he didn't have the personality or the sing. He did, because that's why Trini Lopez tagged on to you, because you were the greatest, still are the greatest writer, singer, and the whole bit. But you had all this background. But because of Trini Lopez, it upped his
market
ante.
influence.
Marketing. I'm learning so much, and I'm giving it all to you out there, everybody. I'm learning so much, and I'm giving it to you out there for free. Why not? That's what we do. That's what we do. So what we do, so we can get this out there. He's looking at me cross-eyed. Looking at me like,
Like what? I didn't understand that. Say what?
yeah, you understood it. You understand every single thing because you always come back. What do you think of this whole conversation?
It's great because this is the show, live, Ninon, and then we have this guest that's marketing expert, and
Yes.
that's the whole principle I think of Ninon, is to project a wider audience. And then here we have a marketing owner director
Guru,
that
yeah.
could break things down, and that's a great assessment I think of. It's like a toy when you make a toy and have an intellectual property. They always say, what's the demographics that you're shooting at
Yeah.
for that kid? So in alliance to that, that's a great response for Nina. What's the average age that she's shooting at?
Yes, and then when we get into it and you keep asking these different questions, like, oh,
Right.
hang on a second, I've got that out. I have all the answers, obviously. It's just a matter of thinking
Right.
them all. And also my producer, she knows a lot of the answers and everything else, because she has to know that, obviously. So now, how did you like your first interview as a co-host?
I love it. This is fantastic to be on the best show in Vegas and have a great guest. Thank you, and Ninon, definitely. Thank you so much.
Isn't that great?
And you too.
I love
Awesome.
it. Thank you.
Awesome.
One last guess.
We have one more guest, actually. I was going to say this is the end, but it's never the end, because when there's an end, there's also a beginning. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or whenever it is, there's one end and then there's a beginning. Thank you for watching Vegas Live with Ninon. Mariposa, this restaurant, please bless you. Somebody does sneeze to bless what I was saying. You know, when somebody sneezes, they bless you. I don't know if that's true or not, but I made it up. We'll be right back with our next guest. Take care. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Zena Hamza. Do you recognize that name? She was on our show about 3 or 4 weeks ago. She just walked in to say hello, and I said, I want you back on the show. Last time we had such a laugh, and it was so fabulous. And also introduced you to my co-host, that's Joe. Joe Mania.
Joe Mania.
His new name, Joe Mania, is my Zena.
Hi. Hi again.
She walked in just to say hello. Little did she know we're going to put you in the hot seat. How's the real estate going?
It's going great.
Is it?
Amazing.
Now, why is it going great? Is it because of your personality? She's always laughing, giggling. Joe, this woman is amazing. Absolutely
Aw,
amazing.
that's
She's
so
in
sweet
real
of you.
estate, so you don't know, but she's in real estate, selling all these houses, making lots of money. So I'm going to come over to her to get a loan.
Yeah, definitely. I can help you.
You can help me? Good.
Yeah, I can help you to find a good lender, though. I'm a realtor, you know.
Yeah, so you can find a good lender.
Yes.
I like that. Oh, we're in business. Back in business, Joe. We need, you
Back
want
in
money?
business.
Yes,
Zena.
I'll have to call you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would love to help you.
No, no dating, because I think she's single. Well, I don't know what he's going to call for. I mean, got to clarify everything. Can't mix business with pleasure.
Business only.
Business.
Business only, definitely, Joe.
Right.
Joe actually is a singer. He's very, very well known, and he's just recently come into town. So I've got him on my show to give him some exposure. And also, have a laugh and have a co-host.
Amazing.
So would you like to ask the young lady, Zena, any questions?
Yeah. How long did you start? When did you first start your little company or your
My
loans and
business, you mean?
Business,
3 years. Almost 3 years now. Yep.
And it's going really well, huh?
It's going well. Yep.
See how serious they are. Now, when I talk to her, it's all giggles and laughter.
Because you're lovely. I get the love from you. That's why. Joe is lovely too. Don't
Talks
judge
to Joe.
thank you.
She's all
Business.
business. Strictly business.
I know, mindset.
This is cool. I think that you have your own business or you work for someone.
No. As a realtor, yeah, you work under a broker for
You
sure.
work under a
But
broker.
yeah,
But are you thinking of having your own brokerage?
my mind is into investing more, so I want to become an investor.
You want to become an investor?
Yes.
I couldn't agree with her more. I've been in real estate. I'm not going to tell you how many years because I don't want to date myself, but for many, many years. Many
Really?
years. Yeah, I have DeRosa Properties. That's the name I go under. NDD Properties, actually, which my husband had DeRosa Properties in Los Angeles, and we did a lot of big buildings, mostly commercial we did.
Yeah.
And I would advise, I don't know about now, though. I don't know if commercial is good now.
Yes, it's always good.
It's always good.
Honestly,
'Cause
yeah.
you make more money in commercial than
Yes.
you do in these residential
Definitely.
houses. I don't know how you deal with all these women buying houses.
Since
a
I'm
joke.
a woman, so I know how to deal with women. With women.
Well, I thought I did.
So how was it for you?
Terrible.
What's the difference in dealing with a woman or a man for her client?
Joe, you want me to get in trouble?
Business.
Oh my God, business.
Once again.
Listen, I treat everybody equally.
Good.
That has to be equally. Of course, as a woman, there is some
Difference.
difference. Of course, definitely. You gotta treat women different than a man, of course.
Yes.
But still, inside of me, they're equal. You know.
Oh, good.
Because
Yeah.
you're still trying to accomplish the same thing.
Thank you.
And the
Exactly.
accomplishment is sell the house.
Exactly. You have one goal.
You have
which
a goal.
Is exactly.
How do you venture into this goal of selling, man or woman, doesn't make any difference, a house? What is your first kind of approach to get them into your arena?
All right. To get them to my arena, as you said, I have a nice personality.
Oh, great
That
person.
does help me. It does help me. Thank God, it does help me. And also, knowledge. You know what the client wants from you. It's your knowledge, of course.
That's the secret.
Exactly.
If
That's
you
the
can
secret.
answer all those questions
Definitely.
of what they want. Say you were buying a house, what would you be looking for?
Location, probably.
Okay.
Now, I live right now in California, and it's always ocean view that are
He lives in
essential.
Santa Barbara, the most beautiful
Oh.
place in the, yes, he's got a gorgeous
you.
house in Santa Barbara. I assume, I haven't been to it, but I assume he's got a gorgeous house and he walks the beach and all this lovely stuff. Well, there's gorgeous houses here, beautiful, but they're very new. A lot of them are very new and very modern, but we don't have any sea walks, no sand, no water.
Yeah.
No,
No.
but I'd like to relocate in Vegas, and maybe you can help me.
Definitely.
Oh, there we
I would love
Oh
to.
my goodness,
Yeah.
this is lovely.
Ninon, you got me a client.
Business.
I got you a client. Business, well, business is business. Hey, come on.
Business.
I'll send you my bill later.
Don't worry, I'll take care of you. No one.
Wait, hang on a second. This is Vegas. This is Vegas, and she's telling me she's going to take care of me. Excuse me, but could we clarify that? Joe Mania is
Forget
looking
agenda, just business, right?
Yeah,
like
business.
business. Okay. Back to business.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got to have a laugh in life, right?
Yes.
So you have a client. So now you're going to. Oh, they've got a deal going. What sort of
Here we go.
house do you want?
Um,
What's your budget? That's what I would
Endless.
think. First.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
What's
okay,
your
first of
budget?
all, where's the best spot in Vegas to be? If I'm a singer entertainer,
Okay.
I mean
strip.
that would be helpful for
So
me.
now you're touching something very sensitive. As a realtor,
Correct.
I cannot tell you what location is good and what's
No.
not good, you know? So all Vegas is good, but it's
Okay.
up to you to find the good location. I
Of
can
what-
give
actually
you,
what you want.
yeah, what you want,
What
you know?
want.
Would it be closer to the strip, maybe, or
Oh yeah, whatever you want.
Definitely closer to the strip. Now I'm going to butt in here because I do real estate. I've been doing it for years, real estate, commercial. But I would say definitely closer to the strip because then you're on where you want to be.
right?
Because we
That
want to
makes
get
sense.
Joe Mania. I want to get Joe Mania. Listen to this. I want to
Yes.
get him on one of the big hotels. We've
Oh,
got Caesars.
yes.
We've got Wynn.
Yes.
We've got all the big hotels. Paris. We've got all of them. Want to get you in there.
Thank you
as
so
of-
much.
As of a singer on the big stage, because he's got that personality and that voice. So we need a house. Back to you again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So you said in the strip, you said?
Yeah, close to it.
Close
Close
to
to it?
Nina was saying, which is
Okay.
smart.
Yes.
Okay. Uh-huh. So what's your budget, as she said? And Ninon said?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, so the budget really isn't an issue. It's more of a location.
Okay.
Because I'm new here.
Is it 500,000, a million?
Probably get to $1 million.
$1 million? Okay.
I'm finding out how much money he
Yeah.
has.
I would just sell something and buy something here.
There you go.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you want to
That's
invest.
the logic of it.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
Californian.
Yes.
He got the money, okay?
And the residuals from the music's doing good now too, so
That's
it works out
amazing.
good. Yeah.
Sure.
He's sounding better every minute. I better behave myself.
little
and
bit
be-
of-
I better be good, huh?
Financial privacy there, but that's where I'm at.
No, but we
Yeah,
all know
that's
that.
working, right.
What we do now.
And more to know.
But I can feel you get good assets right there.
Yeah, he's got good assets.
Yes. Right.
And he's got a good record.
Oh yeah,
So everything's clean.
everything is clean. Of course. We're ready to go then. We'll find
Do
you
you
a
have
house.
a card on you right now? Or?
I can
But
give
you're
you
a
one
good
right
mom.
now. I have the badge.
She has the badge.
Oh, look
I
at
have
that.
the badge.
Look at that. Impressive business.
Business, well, she came in just to say hello. But, you know.
Yes, but always happy. Oh my God.
Do you know something? You know, I always say nothing happens by accident. And she walked in here. He was looking for a house. You couldn't find a nicer, happier. I mean, I know a lot of realtors. They're all going to get mad at me. But that's okay. There's only these opportunities come up, and you never know when they come up. So, not offended to anybody else. I mean, this just happened.
Exactly.
You just happened to be. She actually came to say hello, and so now for that, you have a client.
I know.
The magic of Ninon's show. I
Yeah, the
come to
magic.
host my first show in Las Vegas, and then I meet this wonderful guest.
Thank you. Thank
Isn't
you.
that,
Thank you,
isn't
Joe.
that exactly what you want? Because that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
He's in no hurry. You know, he's
Yeah,
going to
of
have a
course.
look around and
Of
see what he
course,
wants and how
yes.
he wants to. But he's planting the seeds.
Definitely,
He's planting
yes.
the seeds by coming on my show and the whole bit. And now, Maria, you wanted to say something? No, she didn't. She just put
Oh.
her hand up to tell me I got 1 minute left. Well,
She wants to say hi to our guest.
one minute doesn't help me. Doesn't help me. So Joe.
You know that, yes.
So, Joe, how are you liking so far that you've done the show? That your second guest is his second guest. You've never done this before, have you?
Never. This is my first time, and I'm honored.
How'd
She's
you
a
like
blast. She's wonderful.
She's
you.
lovely, isn't she?
Great
You
show.
too,
yeah.
guys. Thank you. Thank you.
You look so happy.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Believe
that's-
me, whenever I'm next to her, you energy. Do you meditate, by the way? Do you? Do you do meditation or energy work or something
I
like
don't
that?
do any energy work. I
Okay.
don't do any meditation. I don't drink water. I
Okay.
don't exercise. I don't go to bed till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm a total hopeless wreck.
That makes the public smile, though.
But I'm very healthy. I think good. I think cool.
Yes.
Everything goes way
That's-
too good.
Yes.
I got this guy.
Yes.
I got this young lady.
Thank you, beautiful.
I've got the most incredible producer.
Yes.
My photographer Juanita takes the greatest
yeah.
photographs.
Wow.
She's great.
Juanita was sick last week, unfortunately, and Maria took the photographs, so not many photographs went up. She's laughing.
Well, I hear a new
We're
song.
definitely going to keep Juanita as the photographer. She does
Juanita
photo-
Maria, so fine that we see ya.
Oh my
And
God.
he's a writer.
He's
He
a
writes.
writer.
So that's what he does.
Yes.
Anything
Just
else?
write about. Yeah.
Can you do anything else with us? Can you think of something right now with Nina?
Oh, we could just say, Nina. And your first name was
Zena.
Dina.
Zena.
They're so fine, cause they smile. Boom.
Well, I guess that's going to be a closeout because we can't close out on a higher beat than that because he's got a fabulous voice. Zena is a number one, becoming a number one real estate. Well, we'll make her a number one because she's on our show and she supports us and everything else. So
Thank
what
you.
more do we
Thank you
need?
so
It's
much.
absolutely
Thank you.
amazing. When you have guests like this, it makes the world very easy. It makes my life very easy. And then when you have singers that come along that want to co-host on your show, it makes it even easier. So Joe Mania, thank you for coming on. Thank you
a
for
pleasure.
thank you for honouring my stage
you.
and doing my show with me. It's absolutely amazing. Zena, thank you for coming
you
on.
for you too,
and also
Ninon.
thank you to Maria. Thank you to Juanita.
Thank you.
And Ninon. I don't know what I'm doing here, but here I am. I hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, subscribe, do all the above, and don't forget to come out to a Mariposa restaurant on the corner of Sahara and Decatur. Absolutely fabulous. They have happy hour. They have everything going on here. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for going live, and thank you for everything, because without you, guess what? Nothing happens. We'll be back next week.
Yay! Fabulous as always.
I'm Ninon de Rosa, and I'm out here at Mariposa Restaurant, which is on the corner of Sahara and Decatur. Absolutely amazing. It's Mexican cuisine, and they have a fabulous happy hour, and they also have, your dinner hour. They also have a stage for a band, so they've got live music here at night. Absolutely an amazing restaurant. And of course, I am Ninon de Rosa, and my show is Vegas Live with Ninon. And we actually film here every Wednesday, Mariposa Restaurant. Don't forget, call them and come on over.